Everybody, welcome back where we have 4 questions and our comments for the Bible in just a few minutes. And we are in Genesis chapter 11, verse 3. This channel is great if you're looking to take bite-sized chunks of knowledge from the Bible so you can learn it better and understand it for yourself, whether or not you're a Christian or agnostic, atheist, whatever. This book is very important worldwide, so I think it's pretty important to understand it. And for a lot of people, you can get some spiritual guidance from it, and some people you're just left scratching your head. Either way, I'm glad you're here, so thanks. In this, we are at this point where these people, Nimrod, he's building these cities, and this is in the beginning of a new civilization because everybody's dead, right, from the Noah's flood. And Noah and his 3 sons, they have all these other kids and all this bunch of offspring over several hundred years. And this is really huge what they say. They said they start making bricks. That's pretty awesome. But it doesn't tell you how they learned it, what cities were there before, how did they do this? Were there engineering schools? Were there some type of bricklaying apprenticeship? That like it's a big deal. Making bricks. You think that would be a massive deal to have more information on. But the Bible says nothing. Just they make bricks. In Genesis chapter 11, verse 4, it says that the community gets together to build a building to reach the heavens. And to keep them, one of the reasons is to keep these people from being scattered around. So they want to keep people, or their clan, if you will, in a group. And they want to do that in their big building that reaches the heavens. It doesn't say that they want to reach the heavens to see God, or they want a big building and they want it to be high and they want it to reach the heavens. They obviously know they're not going to be able to build a building to keep going all the way into the stratosphere. I mean, that is just would be obvious to anybody, even if you believe in evolution, you believe in that transition into man. Even a monkey knows he's not going to keep going forever. Or maybe a monkey does. Who knows these things? It just seems confusing. But this community knows how to build. And that's fascinating because if this is all a new community, where and how do they pass this knowledge down? Were there secret building guilds? Were there sort of like the Freemasons, where there were Masons passing down knowledge to other people in their craft? It just doesn't say. And this strongly suggests, here where I'm reading from my notes, that there were other places with multi-story buildings. Because otherwise, why would they get the idea that they can build something that would be structurally sound and strong enough to hold a large group of people? Like, where were they? What were these other cities? How did they know of them? Because they're a new civilization now. Everybody is supposedly wiped out after Noah. These are big missing links in this story. And then 3, you don't just get together with a couple of friends in your community and say, hey, let's build a building without having engineering knowledge. You just don't. Or unless you were like Noah and you're just drunk in your tent drawing plans up saying, oh, let's do that. I think that's extremely unlikely. So we go down here to Genesis chapter 11, verse 5. And there's a lot packed into this one sentence. I mean, this could have its own series of questions ad nauseum. Because, quote, Jehovah cometh down to see this city and this tower, which the sons of men have built. On the surface, that might not seem like a big deal. But it specifically says the sons of men. Whew, all right, so this is going to stretch into the next episode. But the sons of men implies that, if you remember in previous episodes and videos, we're discussing where the sons of God take the daughters of men, and they just create their own race. So this specifically says the sons of men. So does that mean the sons of God that were having sex with the daughters of men are now all gone? Because God says in the flood, everything's dead now except for everything that's on the ark. So if you're on this boat, that's a big thing, because the Nephilim were mating. The Nephilim, being the sons of God, are actually stealing the daughters of men. Is their bloodline wiped out with that flood? Because I was curious about that when thinking that Noah would have been a son of God from the previous chapters. But apparently not. Something is amiss. There are a lot of questions for that we'll get into later. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. If knowing other subjects outside of the Bible that help you deal with your anxieties, with your fears, how dealing with your soul, and developing strong relationships with others, all in an effort to exercise your mind and your critical thinking and your heart, so that you can ultimately communicate and meditate, just to feel the presence of the infinite and to connect with it. If that is important to you, then please join us. If you're local, we're right here in East Texas, real close to Shreveport, about 30 minutes, and that's in Louisiana. But we're right on the Texas-Louisiana border. Please come see us. You can find out a bunch of information about us at mysticsoftexas.com, and we'd be happy to have you out, especially if you're a good-hearted, warm, nice person with good intentions. That is always the best recipe to start building a wonderful friendship and grow together. So thank you for joining us.